Are you a home buyer or home seller in Grimesland, North Carolina?
We do these videos every single month, so it's not just we see the national news and we don't know what's going on in our local market. No, we do this so you know information of what is happening in your market right now, in our market, because we like to give you the real data. And then we also like to, at the end, talk about is it time to buy, is it time to sell, and why, what is going on with the data that gives us these factors. So Stay tuned to the end because we give you lots of information in these market updates every month.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to jump right into the data for the Grimesland, North Carolina, and we wanted to talk about the inventory, one of the most important factors in the market. And as part of the inventory is the active homes, the house that are available right now. And saying that, we had 14 homes in January 2020 for available, and last month before that, December 2023, we had 18 homes available, and last year at this time we had 14. Therefore, we didn't change anything from last year to this year for the active homes.
And yet month over month 4 houses went under contract, which right there from that specific number plus whatever's new. With under contract, I can tell you all under contract in all of January was 8. I just already saw 4 difference there. That means 4 of those plus 4 of others. 5 the month before that, and 2, which is a pending homes under contract, was up 300%. I know that sounds like a big number, and small towns do give us big number differences with percentages. But I also want to add, the last week of December, interest rates started to go down, which means more people decided to buy. And you can see that in this data. Now let's continue.
Saying that, my wife said the sold home actually in January 2024 that we have the data was 5 homes versus in December 2023 was just 2 homes. And you can see this significant difference. And last year was 4 homes. Therefore, it's still, even from last year, we have 25% of the increase in the data. Right. For the sold homes.
Now let's talk about the inventory rate. Inventory rate is houses that, if you look at a number, if you get a 6 or under seller's market, if you get over 6 buyer's market, and we did give you last month data. I was surprised at that 1 month, and I can see that's already got changed. So if you watched last month's video, it's different now. With that, now there's a math formula: active plus pending under contract divided by sold. That's the math. Now, want to tell us what those rates are?
Yes, as my wife said, the number changed tremendously. In January 2024, we had 4.4 months of the inventory rate. A month before that, in December 2023, that we have video about it, we had 11.5 months of inventory, which is really a buyer's market. And in January last year, this time, we had just 4 months of the inventory, which brings us still 10% of the increase, but still we are technically in seller's market.
Yeah, and so you can see this in the data. So there were some people who grabbed some deals, is all I can say.
Before we jump to the more data, let's do our introduction.
Absolutely, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now let's talk about days on the market. With days on the market in January, which is how long houses sat on the market, there was 46 days on the market. What about the month before that?
A month before that, in December 2023, we had 34 days. And last year at this time was 26. It's still, we're way to go, but it's not that far. And now we wanted to focus on median list price and median sale price, because also those are very important in the market.
Right. So again, when we look at median, just to remind you, there's a spreadsheet. We look at the spreadsheet of all the houses on the MLS, and the median is the middle number. It is very rarely going to ever be the same house. And in this data, it's clearly not the same house, I can already tell you. So don't think somebody got some amazing half off deal when I talk about what the list price is in the middle number of all the listings, and the sale price in the middle number of all the sales. Those are different numbers. Why do we look at these numbers? Because it kind of tells us in the middle, where most houses are in the middle, what is kind of going on in that area. So let's talk about the median list price.
Exactly. And you can see some disparity when we say these numbers, and you will recognize them. In January 2024 that we finished and we have the data, we had for the lease price, we had $431,900. A month before, in December 2023, we had $426,750. And last year at this time was 423,400, which put us in a little bit more than a 2% increase of the lease price from last year to this year.
Now, sales price is a very different number. Do not think this is all homes in the area. Obviously, the list prices are very different from what the actual sold. The middle number was clearly a house that was,
I think it was because of the new construction that we had.
Well, not this. Not this one. The median sale price was $170,000. I'm just going to throw that out there now. What was it the month before?
A month before was $383,488, and last year was $344,950.
Now, when you have such small numbers, you get dramatic percentage increase. And of course, this is an over 50% change price year over year. But I wouldn't say that that's all the data. Wait till we get to the mean data, because mean is where we kind of do a weighted average. So that is important as well. Now,
which we can tell it also later in a minute. That's why it happens. Now, if you're looking at the way to see what is the price of a home, is the down 31 is the one that we're going to tell you right now. Therefore, median price per square feet in Grimesland, North Carolina, for all new homes that is just a single family home, there is no condo, there is no townhouse that is built in there, is $159 per square feet.
Right. The month, and for previously owned homes, which were, everything in the market, townhomes, condos, everything was $163 a square foot.
And for single brand new was $159.
For pre-owned homes, only single family homes, and you factor out all the other stuff, it was $230.
Which is crazy. I've never seen this data, but this is the data the MLS actually released that, and was very surprising, from 150, 160 all the way to $230.
Again, small numbers give big changes.
Now, one of the way that we said why the difference is changed from those sold price is here that we want to talk about, which is the inventory monthly supply.
Exactly. We look at that supply and we divide it into what is new construction and what is previously owned construction. So with that division, there was 2.9 months of supply of new construction homes, whereas it was only 0.9 months of supply of previously owned homes. Whereas what about the month before that?
In January 2024. But if you're looking at December data, the December data, we had 3.6 months of supply of the brand new homes, which there are most of them, there are $390 and over $400,000. And we just had the supply of basically pre-owned home, just 0.3 months of supply. Therefore, you can see from this disparity and how they distribute it that what is that tremendous change is in the sold price. Now, we wanted to talk about another kind of data point, which is the mean home value. No?
Right. Mean home value, I told you a little bit before, this is a weighted average. So they weighed in the mansions, they weighed in the shacks, and they kind of look at what the mean might be. And then we kind of look at this as where we kind of factor in how much all homes are appreciating for, because mean is weighted averages. Now, with January 2024, this was $276,297. The month before that was $275,592. Last year at this time was $262,414. This means mean home value year over year change was 6.2%.
That's a big number. If you look, even we are more than Greenville and Winterville in Grimesland, North Carolina. Therefore, also the rental market is very warm in Grimesland. For all bedroom, median number, we were talking about $1,500 rent, and it can go up to $3,800. And this tells you that the market, also rental market, is hot in this area.
Now, are you looking to buy a home? I'm doing buyers, he does sellers. If you're in Grimesland and you're thinking, I want to buy a home in Grimesland, amazing. And honestly, now is the best time for this reason. Interest rates are going down. You do not have a lot of crazy bidding wars right now. You can still pick what you want and get what you want.
List price.
Generally speaking, go with list price. And we can kind of work out a contract and a deal. The longer you wait, the more people have more pre-approvals, the more people will believe that the interest rates are going down. You'll have more people who are ready to go, which means you'll have more competition. So if you're looking to get into a home without a lot of competition, now is one of the better times to buy.
Exactly. And if you're looking at the seller side, for those that there are sellers, really you need to contact us, Alan Victoria, Pinder real estate agent in the area in Grimesland, North Carolina, and Greenville. And we're going to tell you and run for you the CMA for the basically or comparable for your property, and make sure that we price your house correctly. And also, if you're looking at the data, we have 4.4 months of the basically supply, means still we are in the seller's market technically, and we had 6.2% of appreciation, means still if you listen to us and do stage correctly, and we take those beautiful pictures and finish all those repairs that needed to be done and market the house very good, you get the top dollar in your pocket.
Absolutely. So we can't wait to talk to you. Call us. We are real estate agents at 252-327-3357. Of course, like and subscribe.